Nobody wants to be on the grass more than you. If this team will ride with you, all right, ride with you. You were going to break this down. You were going to...
It be an emotional letdown. We got to come back stronger and keep getting better in every little detail of every phase of our game.
Like a dog in the street.
That's the mood of how Vikings fans are feeling about JJ McCarthy right now. Honestly, who can blame Vikings fans for their current feelings? Clearly, the JJ McCarthy experiment has gone disastrously so far. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about why JJ McCarthy should be benched immediately by the Vikings. Obviously, JJ McCarthy has been one of the worst quarterbacks to ever perform in NFL history. However, the good news for the Vikings is that JJ McCarthy has entered the concussion protocol, thus providing an opportunity for Max Brosmer to start at QB. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So, here it is. Is it fair to already declare JJ McCarthy an NFL draft bust? I believe so. I understand JJ McCarthy defenders are going to talk about how you need to preach patience at the quarterback position, but I don't think JJ McCarthy deserves the benefit of the doubt when it comes to patience because he is already in a great situation. It's not like JJ McCarthy stepped into a rebuilding franchise or a dysfunctional organization. The Vikings are known to be one of the more stable franchises in the NFL. You also think about how the Vikings have plenty of weapons for a young quarterback to use, and they have an offensive guru in Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell was known as a widely respected offensive mastermind prior to JJ McCarthy playing at the quarterback position, and you want to go ahead and tell me that it's not fair to call JJ McCarthy an NFL draft bust right now? No, I think that it is absolutely more than fair to call JJ McCarthy an NFL draft bust. Look, I understand why people were never high on JJ McCarthy to begin with, and that he never necessarily threw the football a lot at Michigan, but I never thought JJ McCarthy would be nearly this bad. I was wrong about JJ McCarthy. I said before the draft that JJ McCarthy had the potential to be a Brock Purdy level type of player. I didn't even necessarily mean that as a compliment. I just thought JJ McCarthy would be an average NFL starter. Well, guess what? JJ McCarthy is not even that. JJ McCarthy is not even capable of being an average NFL starter. In fact, if somebody told me JJ McCarthy was capable of being an average NFL backup, I probably wouldn't even believe that statement right now. JJ McCarthy has been absolutely horrible for the Vikings. Outside of being clutch in the fourth quarter in 2 of his NFL wins, he really has not shown any reason as to why the Vikings should even roster JJ McCarthy. You certainly cannot throw for 87 yards in an NFL game and think that it is acceptable, especially with the weapons the Minnesota Vikings have. It just simply is not going to cut it. I don't think that it would be fair to say that JJ McCarthy needs more time when we have seen mediocre quarterbacks succeed with this Viking squad. It's just not fair to these other guys. I believe that it is time to see Max Brosmer at the quarterback position. I know JJ McCarthy is in concussion protocol, but concussion protocol or not, it is already time to pull the plug on the JJ McCarthy experiment. The Minnesota Vikings need to go in a different direction at the quarterback position. If they did that, then I think they're going to be a much better football team moving forward. I also want to show you guys this clip of Dan Orlovsky breaking down why JJ McCarthy has struggled so much in the NFL despite having a stacked core around him. I thought most of what Dan Orlovsky said was the absolute truth. He said this on the Pat McAfee show. Roll the film.
I think the biggest concern right now is you are watching paralysis by analysis. I mean, there's clips where he catches the ball in the shotgun and you can see him walking through drops of trying to think of what should I do with the football right now? What should I do, let alone what should I do with the football? Meaning it's almost like he's trying to think of what is the coaching point of a drop or a landmark or how many steps. I'm counting steps in my head. I'm counting what I should be doing with my left leg and my right leg, or trying to think of what I should be doing with my left leg and my right leg, rather than, okay, this is the defense, this is where I want to try to work, and this is how I can manipulate somebody, or how field coverage. And so this is no, that's not the clip, but there's a clip where you can see him go left leg, right leg, left leg, and it's almost like he's walking through it in a walkthrough type of mannerism. And there's definitely an overthinking right now. I understand it. He's in a stuck place, and it's not a fun place to be as a quarterback. I don't think they give up on him, but because of the lack of performance and the lack of health and availability, there's no question you'll have to bring high-end competition in.
Correct!
Dan Orlovsky is indeed correct about his take regarding JJ McCarthy. It seems like JJ McCarthy is constantly thinking about what to do in the pocket instead of reacting to what to do in the pocket. In the NFL, it's all about a reaction-based game. You shouldn't have to think this much in terms of being able to go through your reads. Everything that you do in the NFL should be based on anticipation, and JJ McCarthy just seems to not have that. Think of it as a guy that goes to the bar and he has trouble flirting with girls because he constantly has to think what to do when approaching the girl, instead of just saying, you know what, I already know what to do, so I'm just reacting off of instincts and playing everything off of that. JJ McCarthy is exactly that. He is thinking too much in the Kevin O'Connell offense, which is really a shame because Kevin O'Connell's offense is rather demanding on quarterbacks, but if you're a smart quarterback, then you're supposed to be able to just simply react as to what the play is telling you what to do. We understood JJ McCarthy was never going to be this elite NFL passer, but JJ McCarthy was supposed to be at least Brock Purdy level good. He was supposed to be at least Andy Dalton level good. He was supposed to at least reach the levels of Derek Carr and just let the weapons do the work for him. But instead, JJ McCarthy looks like a poor man's version of Zach Wilson. That is simply not going to cut it at the NFL level. I don't care what situation you're in. For JJ McCarthy to play as poorly as he has, he absolutely needs to get called out for it. It is more than fair to call JJ McCarthy an NFL draft bust because he had high expectations coming into the NFL draft, and he also landed in a great situation for the Minnesota Vikings. And for JJ McCarthy to not take advantage of the situation, it's absolutely a shame. JJ McCarthy's greatest strength so far is coming up with quotes instead of actually being able to throw downfield accurately. Now, I will say this about JJ McCarthy, to be fair, it seems like he has a nice arm and that he is able to throw the deep ball relatively well. The problem with JJ McCarthy is that his deep balls are not accurate whatsoever because he's either overthrowing his receivers every time or it's landing in the hands of the defender, which is essentially an interception. There's a reason why JJ McCarthy has 10 interceptions in 6 games. That tells me he is being a turnover machine. He's only thrown 6 touchdowns in that same time frame. So JJ McCarthy has a 6-to-10 TD-INT ratio. That is unacceptable in any era, especially in the modern NFL where it is easier than ever to play offense. JJ McCarthy is the definition of a bust. If the Vikings cut ties with JJ McCarthy, they are going to be better off in the long run. I don't care if Max Brosmer is not good at the quarterback position. There is no way Max Brosmer is worse than JJ McCarthy at the quarterback position. And who knows, maybe Max Brosmer has what it takes to at least be a solid NFL starter. I liked a lot of what I saw from Max Brosmer in the preseason. He showed a lot of poise in the pocket, and he showed a deep understanding of the Kevin O'Connell offense. If anything, I thought Max Brosmer looked a lot more poised and seasoned in comparison to JJ McCarthy. The sooner the Vikings admit their mistake on JJ McCarthy, the better off that they are going to be in both the short term and long term. So that is why it is fair to already declare JJ McCarthy an NFL draft bust right now, as the Vikings have easily been the NFL's biggest disappointment this season. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinStran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinStran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinStran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more of Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.